Hey guys, welcome back. How you doing? It's Uncle Bruce here, Stock Markets with Bruce for the afternoon show. We're back for the last hour here before we close
Hey guys,
for the day.
welcome back.
There I am. I'm on. I know I'm on. I can hear myself. So we're back for the last hour, and then we'll see what we can do in the after hours. Hopefully, we have some activity going on here. Welcome one, welcome all. Some green across the board, except for GameStop, from what I can see right at the moment. I've got the Dow down 22 points. Which is slight. We have S&P up 3.7 and NASDAQ is up 40. On the stocks that we are following, excuse me, we've got 2140 now on SOFI, up 20 cents. The high of the day so far, about 3 o'clock this afternoon, about 1 o'clock this afternoon, it was at as high as 2170, 30 cents higher now. So we've had 4.3 million trades. So it's been an up day since about 10:30 this morning. Looking all right. GameStop 218.28, only down $2, and actually it has bumped up from the 215.16 level in just the last 20 minutes to get to this point. Maybe she'll pop from here. ATIP, physical therapy, 930 up 4 cents. It's been up almost all day long, but we did touch 960 about noon. So a couple hours ago, unfortunately. But we're now back here to 930. Volume of 455,000, very quiet, but it is still just ahead. AMC is still positive, up 29 cents. It's been up almost all day, but it has not been able to get through 60 and hold it. It got up to 61.10 first thing this morning in the first 20, 30 minutes, and it's been kind of in this 58, 59 neighborhood pretty well ever since. Now 58.60, up 33 cents. Volume on AMC today, 106 million so far. Gores. 15.12 right now, up 9 cents. High of the day, 15.69, just around 10:11 this morning, and it hasn't been back since. But it is a positive on the day with 334,000 shares. Their shareholder session, July 20. 23andMe, 1207, up 40 cents. We've been as high as 1219 today. We have been now for the last hour and a half, 2 hours around this 12 to 1220 neighborhood, sort of, and we're at the moment 1207, up 40 cents. There's the main, most of the main stocks we're following. Other than that, we have Fifth Wall acquisition up 4 cents to 1186. We've got Vector acquisitions down 4 cents to 1031. We've got Navsite up a penny at 997. We've got Starboard Value up a penny at 1002. Over on Vanik Vectors, the ETF up $1.72 to 250.92. Home Depot 312.19, down 52 cents. Not giving up a lot of these gains that it's taken on lately. IBM is off $1.48 today. This is its lowest level of the day, actually, 144.89 range or so. No news that I'm aware of, but that is where it's at the moment. Maybe some profit taking going on in the markets, perhaps. The Dow down 21 points, so very, very quiet day all day. Microsoft down 38 cents. Apple down 7 cents. Tesla up $30 at 654. Tesla's actually having a bit of a good run at the moment. It last week was in the low 600s, and last month it did touch into the 500 and about 70 range, and so now 654, $80 gain on Tesla within the last month, and the last 3 months the low was about 560. So this is $100 higher than the low in about May-June range, and now trying to come back a little bit more. Bed Bath & Beyond up $1.03 to $29.70. BlackBerry down 18 cents to $13.22, and the cruise lines are ahead today, but not by a lot. Royal Caribbean, 83-cent gain, almost 1%. Norwegian up 24 cents. Carnival up 11, so not much going on. Amazon up $1.97, nothing happening here. And Facebook up 276 at pretty well all-time highs. The all-time high was, what was that? 343 set today. It's now 341.87, right near the all-time high. And Google is down 73 cents. That's what we have right now on some of the most followed stocks that we are keeping an eye on at this moment in time. Welcome one, welcome all. Question is, will GameStop take another leg up to have a break-even day or better? or is it going to hold us? We had a $20 gain yesterday, but the stock, and it's interesting, I am beginning to see more articles about GameStop, positive articles, about how the company has raised 1.6 plus billion dollars in only the last month or two. When last year the stock at $4 or $5 a share, the entire company was only worth $250 million. The entire company is worth $250 million market cap. It is now a $15 billion market cap company with 1.9 billion in the bank right now with no debt. A year ago, they had 200 plus million in debt. They were worth 200 million on the stock market, and they were a company being written off by almost every hedge fund that was trying to short them and look for the stock to go to zero. What a long way this has come, and you can thank yourselves. Thank yourselves for GameStop doing as well as it is. You as investors in the company are benefiting dramatically because of your loyalty to the stock and the loyalty to Cohen to give him a shot to try to make things happen, change management. He's done it, and he is changing the entire structure of the way this company operates, and the market is enjoying it. And now we're beginning to get some articles out there about acceptance of what's happening, and the fact that the company has only had to issue 8.5 million shares to raise $1.6 billion speaks volumes about how strong GameStop shares are doing and how steady they are becoming here. So those of you who are long stock and are writing options against this stock to buy more stock, you're helping yourselves, you're helping everybody else. All the shares that are being gobbled up by loyal GameStop shareholders, and even if you can use the option market to help get yourselves more, well done, everybody. If you're using any premium money you're getting from GameStop to pick up any kind of other options or other shares or some of these SPACs that we're following here, well done. Diversifying yourselves into other areas, smart move as well. It looks pretty good. There you go. 217.90 as I speak on GameStop right now. Glad you're here. Yes, welcome to the Pete Chill McShillface is here. Thank you, Pete Chill McPhillface. Welcome to the Shill channel. Apparently, that's what we are here. YouTube, you are the reason in the insanity. You are the reason for the insanity. I better do some research and get me a good accountant. Spire Global has named Hillary Yaffe, a veteran of Prosec Partners, Edelman, and Burston something, head of communications and investor relations, came from 7-Eleven seeking alpha on merger. Very positive. This is good. Spire is going to be part of Navsite Holdings, I believe. I believe that's the Navsite family. We've got I think that's what we have right now. Just pardon me. Yeah, Spire. That's right. So Spire Global is taking over Navsite Holdings, NSH, and this is going to be the community investor relations officer of the company. That's good to hear. I'm glad to see them picking up talent now before the mergers are completed. This is where you want it. Bruce, how do you think the split of IBM to IBM and Kyndryl will have an effect on dividend and stock price of IBM? I don't know. I'm going to read up on this. I've got to check this out. I am not sure. I have not heard any concern anywhere, Wall Street or anything about this. And so I don't know if this is going to have any negative impact or different impact on the dividends or the earnings of the company. My one guess would be if this was a large enough entity to be split out, you're going to get stock of the new company additionally, and it might be a dividend payer as well. Again, I don't know. I haven't got anything, Robert. I got nothing for you on this at the moment, so I'm sorry I can't give you any details. We'll keep an eye open for it though. Are covered calls the right play with ME right now? Nope, I would not be into covered calls for 23andMe because with the 4 days of listing behind it, 23andMe is only just finding itself at the moment. It's just sitting at 12.02 now. We were in the $10 neighborhood before the merger was completed, and we had the shareholder vote and all that. So here we are now at 12.02. The stock is infant in its absolute infancy here. What we are waiting for and what we should wait for right now are any kind of corporate announcements coming out now that the company is in possession $800-900 million of fresh capital to diversify their business, expand their business, and whatever else. Now, as a full-blown public company, there's a lot coming up for 23andMe that we're going to hear about. I am convinced they're going to do show and tells, probably virtual, but their investor relations department will be constantly exposing the company's upside and potential and plans. These shares have got to get into the 25-30 range before I would be comfortable looking at writing options. And at that point, you guys can look at writing 35s or 40s or 45s and be taken out at those prices and bring in some really nice premiums on some, on a stock you're doing well on. So we're only just starting. We're only up 35 cents today, and it's early. Orion, thank you for your comment. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I bought one call option on 23andMe for July 16 for 95 cents. And it's up to 225. When should I sell it to maximize the profit? The good news is today it's probably going up for you, which is great. I bought one call. You've got one call, so you have $225 with a contract right now. Very good. Anytime you want, but you've got today, you got tomorrow, you got next week, but time is shrinking, right? Let's not kid ourselves. You may want to look at a rollover. I'm going to take a look here. I'm going to guess that you're sitting on a $10 contract. That's my hunch. That you're sitting on a July 16 $10 contract. If you're going to go forward, if I take a look at October's. I'm wondering, what can you grab? You could grab a 1250 October instead. So you could sell this one for 225 ballpark and get into an October 1250 contract instead, which is, just out of the money. And you're giving yourself that much more time. That's one decision you could make. The other one is you could look at a December call. You could go 1250 Decembers. I would even go those. Those are 240 to 250. If you can throw in a couple extra bucks and make that switch. Otherwise, you're looking at this January. And I'll tell you right now, I changed my mind. You go to January, buy a January 1250 for 255 to 275. Go right up there. Throw an extra 50 bucks on top of that contract and get yourself a January 1250. And now you've got all kinds of time. And you're right at, within 44 cents of being in the money. That might be your best move. There's the thought right there. You can do that today, tomorrow, Friday. The key here is, will the stock give you a little more momentum? Will the shares go a bit higher into the 1250 range? Could they go into the 1275, 1280 range, even $13 this week? If they did that, you'd be $3 in the money plus a little bit of premium. You'd have maybe a $3.25 contract, a $3 contract. Then you might be able to do a 1-for-1 swap without any extra cash into a December. But for $40 or $50, if you can scrounge up 40, 50 bucks and make this swap, you're on your way. And you've just added yourself, added 6-7 months of time to your holding of a contract on 23andMe. And that's an excellent move, even at 1250 on the contract. Andrew, way to go. Orion, way to go. Maya the Storm, hello, good afternoon, fellow Schillers. Welcome to the Shill family. Vapor Rub, Brucey, Nvidia announced a 4-for-1 forward split. I thought it was 3-for-1. I don't think it was 4. I thought it was 3-to-1. Is a call option a good idea when the price per share decreases this much? How far out would you recommend? Nvidia has had a good run here. Nvidia, here I am right here. Yeah, Nvidia. It's sitting up $8 today at 763, and this stuff was, if I recall, this stock was 680 when they announced this deal, maybe 685. And it's up $80 now from that level. I'm not sure if I'm 100% right or not on that. I think I'm right. So I'm not sure whether this is the time to make a move into the stock or not. It's had a run already on all kinds of anticipation, including this split. But I thought it was 3-to-1. You could be right. It could be 4-to-1. Andrew, thoughts on PAX Acorns will go with public. No thoughts on it. Don't think about it. David, so I want to be the first to ask, when are the classes? How much will they be? Will they be live? Are they for members? When are they starting? And when can we sign up? David, I'm glad you asked, because you're the first person finally to get to the point and ask me some simple, basic questions about these classes. You're just not pussyfooting around, and I really appreciate that. You're bringing it to my attention. You're telling me what you want to know, and I'm really stoked. And I want to show you something that just came to our possession here. We're of course building a new website for this channel. We're doing all kinds of new logos. We're doing all kinds of new little things here. We got all kinds of logistics going on for the live classes. We have all kinds of logistics going on to edit these classes once they're done, and then relaunch them onto the website. And I mean, it's complicated. I just tell people, look, I just want to do a class. I want to have it edited, put on the website, and then people can watch it. How hard can this be? I mean, 5-10 minutes tops. Come on. No. Anyway, how would you like to see some new stuff? How would you like to see some new logos of this channel? How would you like to take a peek at this? Let me show you right now. Here's a new logo for us. There you go. Let me get this comment out of the way. Sorry there, David. I don't want to take your comment away, but I have to right now. This is a logo design that one of several that we're working on right now. And here's another one for the channel. We're kind of going with this kind of look for the logo. And then we're looking at putting together an avatar, and we've put together an avatar like this one right here with Uncle Bruce, thumbs ups, stock markets with Uncle Bruce. And then we got this one right here, another avatar here, Uncle Bruce holding the sign. These will be all over the website. These will be you'll see these all over the place. You'll also see you'll see me with my double thumbs ups without my glasses on. You don't need to see me with my glasses on. And I'm kind of looking forward to these. We're looking to put these on some product. We're going to put these on, our coffee mugs and T-shirts and some of these. And I have some other styles of logos, but I just don't have enough room to load everything up right now. But that's happening right now. The logistics are happening right now. I have an idea what the prices are going to be. I have an idea how much they're going to be. I have an idea when they're going to be held. I have an idea. The classes will be live, but they will be live on a private broadcast only to a select number of students, and they're not necessarily reserved for members only, except that if you're a member of this channel, you will be given a notification in advance of the classes that registration is open for class number 1, class number 2, and so on. And this will give you the heads up and a link as to where to go to register for the classes. That members do get. If once the classes are completed, we will then have them, and my editor will be editing them. And we'll get out all of the disciplinary things I had to do to clean up, all the students, and all of that stuff. And then the class will be launched onto the website, and anyone can go to the website and click and get a hold of these classes. They will be a pay for. Yep, they will cost to watch, of course, and we will announce all of that very shortly. When are they starting? When can we sign up? This is coming quickly. This weekend coming up here is one of my last weekends where I'm handling a whole bunch of one-on-one sessions. After this, it's going to start to taper down as I dedicate time towards classroom sessions, and we'll kind of keep you posted on all of that. But there may be another weekend of heavy sessions and then right into classes or not, but I'll let you know. At the moment, that's what I can tell you, and we're excited and we're pumped up and we're working hard, and we're emails are flying back and forth between Jennifer and our daughter and our web designer, and oh my gosh, there is so much happening here. Copy and then the logistics of the website all have to be created and photoing, and Oh, titling and oh, geez, it's like building a full blown functioning machine while I'm on the air 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then on weekends handling one-on-ones. It is overwhelming, and I can't do it on my own. Plus, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, and so that's all happening. So, Dave, thank you for finally asking the pertinent questions about the classes, because finally someone's got the guts to ask us. All you guys out there just don't want to ask me, don't want to know anything about these classes. Finally, David wants to. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's all good. Anyway, here you go. SPAC pack equals shills. There you go. We're the SPAC pack. Welcome to the Shillionaire Bruce Club. There you go. Hi, peeps. Hi, Ashley. Dan. Hi, my name is Dan, and I'm a shillaholic. Where's our British shill? Hey, Ashley. Schiller Land. Schiller Land welcomes everybody. How about that? Schiller Land welcomes all. You gotta love this. Fantastic. We're really going after the shill thing. I did 2 ME covered calls this day. Well, if it's working out today, it's working out. Shillahan Luke, hi Ashley, happy to chill with the shills. Emmy is just taking a year off from college to backpack through Europe. Me, okay, so great. Okay, bye y'all. I thumbed up now. Back to work, y'all. Yay for some green today. How are we doing for thumbs ups anyway? Are we getting any thumbs up? 238. Thank you, guys. We have 238 thumbs up. So we're just noticing SOFI might be picking up a little. 21.45 now. And not a lot. It's up 24 cents on 4.6 million. So there you have it. GameStop 217. We're still waiting for it to do something. ATIP for 930 up 4 cents. AMC 58.87 up 60 cents. Gores 15.17 up 14. 23andMe 12.04 up 36 cents. And Fifth Wall just moved up to $12. Fifth Wall $12 a share, up 18 cents today. Popping up yet again. And I think this might be the all-time high right now for Fifth Wall, $12 a share. And it is the one furthest away from getting its deal done. Thank you for 281 thumbs ups, guys. Appreciate this. Please keep them coming in. I do appreciate the thumbs ups and the support. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Thanks for answering my question, says Alistair. Thank you for asking. See you, Krista. Take care. Yes, 10. Uncle Bruce, when you tell people to do rollovers, that means you just sell to close and then buy it back. Yeah, I'm saying to people, sell to close your position on the existing option you have, and then buy to open the new contract you want to get. And in effect, you're taking the money from this one, rolling it over into this next one. That's a rollover. And now you've got a new contract that is probably much further down the line in length for timing. Might be in around the same exercise area or a little higher than before. And now you've just bought yourself, in the case of January, 6+ months of time to get a delivery on your the stock, get the stock to deliver for you. So not bad. That's a rollover. Oh, yes. Thanks, Uncle B. Free thinking seculars. Did you say VWAGY was a good long-term buy? I have no idea what that is. John, Uncle Bruce, I wanted to thank you for all you do. Love the group, love the plain talk. I'm not a Yoko fan, so I always thumbs up. Keep it classy, sir. You are the best there is. Oh, that is very, very kind words. John, you're one of the only viewers to say that to me. I kid, of course, I kid. You are one of many viewers that says that to me, and it doesn't go unnoticed. I mean it. It doesn't. We really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Jennifer and I are constantly blown away by how kind so many of you are to us. We really appreciate it. It is amateur hour over here. We're doing the best we can. Thank you, all of you who picked up some of this merchandise the last couple of days. There was a sale going on over at RedBubble, and you took advantage of it. Thank you for that. And we'll be adding new product shortly to the RedBubble family. Quiet now. Shh, we're hunting Webbits. Go SOFI, go. 2142. Uncle Bruce members only chat is not in. I don't know what that means. Members only chat is not on today. Oh, that's the question. Hang on, let me double check that. See if I can fix this. Let me go here. We'll make that members only. Sorry, should be members only chat today. All righty, let's go over here and we'll go over to there. Yup, and then we'll go over to there, and we say yup, and we'll make this member only chat right now. We'll engage that right now. Engage number one. There it is, warp factor 5, and we're back up and running with respect to how this is working. So we're back to members only chat now. But thank you, everybody. Uncle Bruce, you talk about how Branson and Co want ME and others to be over 100 a share. Yeah, that's right. Isn't it irrelevant what they want, and the market will dictate if it actually happens? Thanks for your sage advice. Well, of course, Ryan. The markets ultimately make the call as to what these shares will do and where they go, and ultimately. But you've got to understand that Mr. Branson and Co. and the folks over at 23andMe, they have plans. They didn't casually have a coffee somewhere and say, hey, look, I got a SPAC, and the other guys go, oh, hey, we got a company called 23andMe, and then, well, after the second coffee, why don't we merge together, and maybe something good could happen. It's not how it works. Detailed discussions going over weeks and weeks and weeks about what are you planning to do, and what are your expectations, and what are you looking for, and what would you want from us, what can we deliver to you. And so both parties are trying to figure out how they can each help the other to achieve the ultimate goal and objective. What is the ultimate goal and objective? To have a very successful public company making a ton of money from a bunch of sales and a bunch of deals and a bunch of cash, and that will reflect incredibly well on the stock. And these people are not interested in doing all of this mergering and wheeling and dealing and cooperating for weeks, months, and years to ultimately have a $14.20 stock. That is not the plan. So yes, the market will have to be given a reason to want to pay $100 a share or more. And it has to be the market is buying into the vision of the management of the new public company. That has to be it. That's what's happening at GameStop. The vision of Mr. Cohen and his team is such that investors are putting a $217.77 price on that stock right now because they envision that company is worth this right now based on what they want to do with this company. And here we are with 23andMe at this moment in time, this absolute one moment in time. The stock's at $12.06, and the market is envisioning its value at $12.06. I will say this in defense of the price of the stock, that I don't think more than 5% of that of all market participants in the world know who 23andMe is right now. They don't even know it's a publicly traded company. They wouldn't know what the stock symbol is. They have no idea that this company 4 days ago went public and took over VGAC, whom they also have never heard of. And so very few of us, those of us who are here, actually know this story. And our job is to spread it. And our job is to, our hope is that this story will spread out further. And that's why I keep asking all of you out there, one little thing you can help with is hit the thumbs up button for this show. Hit the thumbs up button for this channel every time I do a show live or I do a recording, because you are helping this channel get exposed to more potential buyers of the stock that we follow, the stocks that we follow. The more fans this show gets, the more investors buy up these shares down here with us and these contracts. Therefore, helping ourselves, clearing out the cheap stock that's down here, so that by the time 23andMe's management has their promo machine going into full gear, there is very little stock down here under $20 a share. And that's the point for us, that we want the street to figure out. You want to get into 23andMe in a big way, you got to pay $20 to $30 to $40 to get into this thing. And we're on our way to the objective. Momentum begats momentum. Winning begats winning. Thank you for the question, Ryan. I appreciate it. Uncle Bruce, it could be just me, but as of late, we have massive volatile swings on the Dow, the NASDAQ, both directions, followed by days of percolating with not much happening. Where'd the slow upward movement go? That's a good point. But I will say that It may not stay this way much longer. I can't say it won't. I can't say it will, but some of the things that are going to make this market really continue to go higher overall, no matter what the short term, medium term trading does, these markets are going to go a lot higher, only because there is so much cash in the system right now. Coming into the system, you may have heard today a number of U.S. states are issuing refund checks to state taxpayers because they're sitting in gigantic surpluses. California, for example, a $75 billion surplus. Property tax cuts, credits, personal tax refunds, bonuses to teachers and other social service workers. There is a ton of cash from all kinds of states being handed back to its citizenry, which will, of course, these folks will pretty well take the money and spend it. They'll put it into whatever they feel is most necessary for their households. This, on top of the stimulus plan, on top of the infrastructure plan, and on top of just the overall spending being done, is absolutely massive and is going to percolate through this economy for the next 2 years. This is a long-term thing. The infrastructure plan is a 10-year stimulus program, made in America stimulus program. The publicly traded companies on the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500 are all run by very smart entrepreneurs. You've got to have some smarts to get a company public on these big markets, and these folks are figuring out in their world how they can maximize cash flows and earnings, including the SPACs that we follow right here. We are going to go a ton higher. It could be at the cost of a bit of an inflation run. It could be at the cost of a slight interest rate run. Won't matter. The growth of the economy is going to be so overpowering that a slight increase in these two factors will make zero difference to the bottom line of corporations, to your bottom line for earnings potential, and tax revenue for governments. Remember, a booming economy, a hot, ramping up economy is an economy that spins off taxes. Taxes to the feds, taxes to the states, taxes to counties, and to cities and to towns. This is a fact. It's undeniable. Increased economic activity is good for tax collecting. And Republicans believe it, and Democrats believe it. Economists endorse it. And so we've got a very active and quickly growing economy happening across the U.S. right now. Canada, Europe is a little slow right now, but it'll come as well. There's trillions of dollars of support for European economies from the European central banks. Trillions. It will be fed into the system for years. And the Europeans can't wait to travel. They can't wait to spend money. They can't wait to get out of their homes and condos and townhouses and whatever else. They want to camp. They want to RV. They want to go hiking. Europeans love traveling the world. Americans, Canadians love traveling the world. And Asians love to travel the world. We are about to really get it going if and only if we can keep the vaccine counts going higher and we keep the variants down. And that's the one thing that is the unknown and the uncertain. Everything else is absolutely certain. The economies are about to take off and get really heavy, hot and heavy, and the central bankers want it that way, as do all world governments. They want a hot world economy heating up, because this is going to start generating job creation and tax creation to pay for it all. And that's what we're waiting for. The good news is we are not gearing up for World War III to annihilate each other with expensive weaponry. What we're lining up for is a global economy about to get superheated and generating a ton of economic activity, which is economic spin-off money flows. And this is what we're about to get, and it's going to be good stuff. So there you go, guys. We're getting there. All right, there it is. Thank you, guys. Folks are reacting to all those emojis I was showing a little earlier. Very cool. Is there a bagel logo? Oh my God, can I can type. So sophisticated, nice, cool. Hello. Logo is simple and much better. Avatar needs glasses though. No glasses. Love the avatar. Uncle Bruce avatar is tall. Well, I'm on stilts. And Jan's hand. Apologies, it was discussed. Any NSH news? Yes, NSH news is out. We've heard there's a new appointed investor relations person that we've heard about joining the firm. I like the glasses. Looks good, but bagels are missing. Avatar looks too tall. Your avatar is missing his glasses. Yo, those are good. I agree. I think he should have glasses. Noise. Your legs are way too long. Try the logo with the red green showing like a stock ticker. Uncle Bruce, you are a rock star. Jeffrey's updated GameStop target. Very good. Let's see if we have anything here. Any kind of news on this anywhere? Let me grab that. And I don't see anything there. And let me take a peek over here on GameStop. 218, 219 on GameStop right now. Looking a little better. And let's see if we have anything anywhere. Nothing there. I've got nothing there. Nothing yet. And waiting for any kind of news. You are the Jeffrey's updated GameStop target. Nice logos. Thank you, everybody. Glasses needed. It needs more Danny DeVito. You're not that tall, you know. It's all pretend, you know. It doesn't have to be real. Like a bum in front of the store holding a sign. Maybe a bunch of colors. Cover color. Lordy. Those are so nice. Add Yoko. You got Yoko at graduation. I've been feeling lately that we're not focusing enough on just GameStop and AMC squeeze. Buy and hold till we win, then whatever. Reevaluate. Dave. Pay per Bruce. Alistair, new member. Welcome, Alistair. Nice to have you here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the crazy group we got here. I'd love to have you. And I'm glad you made it. Are you worried, Bruce, that the massive over-leverage in the derivative stock market will lead to a crash in the banking sector? No, I'm not. I am not. Ryan, no one talking about inflation much lately. Wonder what the next thing to scare people will be. It'll be something. Let's see. What is the news target for GameStop? We wish we knew. Took the opportunity to say something nice to Uncle Bruce while member-only chat was off. As a non-member, I was shocked he read it in the show. Had to join. Thank you so much. To be honest, I hadn't noticed that I hadn't set the member-only chat feature. I forgot. And I'm just so grateful that no trolls came in here to pounce on us. I was very grateful for that. I would have noticed that, and I would have gone, why are all these trolls here? Duh. So thank you for letting me know. The chats are generally for members only, and it's a good group of people here, and we try to keep the trolls at bay as best we can. 219 on GameStop, 219.25 right now on GameStop. I don't know of any kind of a target price for Jeffries. Let's see here. Let's see if I've got anything I can find, anything, anywhere, anything. The last time I saw an upgrade, Jeffries upgraded the stock to 175, and that was quite some time ago. That was back June the 3rd. That's all I have about Jeffries putting on any kind of a target price. Unless someone knows what it is, do let me know. Would love to hear about it. Excuse me. But I don't have anything else here. I don't see anything anywhere on any kind of a ticker. Anybody know? Let me know. Let's see. I'm digging up whatever I can right now live. And let's go over there. And I got nada, and they're talking about the completion of the deal, the 1.1 billion they raised. That's what the talk is. And that was done by Jeffries. We know that much, but I have nothing else on it. So if anyone knows anything about this target price, let me know. All right, 219.32 or down $1 on the day. Okay. Thank you all for hanging around. Hi, everybody. Been so busy to watch every day, but always come to smash the thumbs up button. 400th is mine today. Eddie the Shill. Trolls would be scared. There is an army of shills waiting for him. Mr. Seneca Bruce, these classes are just the first step to formation of UBSMA, the Uncle Bruce Stock Market Academy, which will be a precursor for Uncle Bruce University. My application is already filled out. Oh, no. Come on, GameStop. Let's go green. Been away all day. What did I miss? Did the mother of all sales happen yet? I'm McLovin is asking. Hey, Liz, Shilly Rabbit's here. Eddie the Shill is here. Mr. Bobby Hubby, Uncle Bruce was pushing GameStop when it was below $20 bagels. I jump in because of how he broke the situation down. I like the stock. Multi-dog shill 'em all. That's what I say. John McPhee found dead this afternoon. I've just heard, says Alex. Was he just told by a Spanish court that he had to be extradited to the States? Is that the guy? Is that him? I don't remember. Interesting. We are our own trolls. Nothing on Google. Jacob, hey Bruce, I asked you about a design this morning, but you weren't sure what I was talking about. So I went ahead and resent it. Would love to hear your feedback. I got it, and I thank you for that. I saw the email. I haven't had time to see it, but I saw it. Thank you, Jacob, for that. Liz, shills everywhere. JJ can't find anything. Neither can I. I can't find anything on a new buy target for Jeffries. Do I need to shill up again? Super stonk. We will have it. Yes. Alex, $10. It wasn't him. That sort of crazy. That sort of crazy can't die. Just reading through the comments. Stephanie Jeffries has a $190 target according to my broker. Glitch is not a betting man, but I'm sure he has no regrets in his life. Did a lot of things in his life he wouldn't dare venture to do. Michael, yes, Bruce. Shilly Rabbit shorts. For the hedgies, DM Jeffrey's price target is $200.37 with an upside of 220. Rating is hold. Funny kind of number though. Stock markets with Bruce. Yes, Yoko Ono is a shill troll. McAfee probably faked his own death. Alex, wow, not a surprise to hear, but dang. Was 2 minutes of silence for the hedgy shorting GameStop and AMC, and now to just upgraded it to 5 minutes for shorting SoFi too. It's still showing 219 on the stock for GameStop right now. Nothing much happening on the stock today. It's been pretty flat between 214 and 222 today. 21.46 on SoFi, up 26 cents. Looking a little better here in the afternoon. We are trading at 4.7 million shares today. ATIP is up 9 cents to 934. AMC 58.56, up 29 cents. We got 20 minutes to go in the day now. We've got Gores at 15.19, up 16 cents. Coming up a little bit more now, and we have 23andMe out 12.02, up 35 cents on the day. $12 on Fifth Wall acquisition. That's the new high for this stock since listing as a SPAC. Interesting. Only thing I see is from Barron article yesterday. Jefferies analyst Stephanie Wisnick price target to 190 from 175. I heard nothing anywhere about it. Certainly not CNBC. Interesting, but maintained a hold rating on Tuesday. She cited the company's strong cash balance, fiscal first quarter results, and new leadership in a note to clients. And that's exactly what I was thinking too. Laughing out loud, visitor also Shilly Rabbit, fresh and free. I saw 190 change target from Jefferies. Sean, price target for what? This is just an analyst raising this target price for the shares of GameStop. Of course, raising it to 190, it's trading at 219. They raised $1.1 billion for the company at the same brokerage house at 225 a share 4 days ago. So, in the last 2 weeks. So you can take it for what it's worth, but it is an increase in the target price. You're right, Mr. Reddy. Current price was 237. 190 price target. My bad. Kayla, I just got back on. What are we talking about? We're talking about Jefferies upgrading the stock of GameStop, but apparently that was done yesterday. No one heard about it. I didn't know anything about it, and that's all I got. Wally, hi, Uncle Bruce. I'd like to hear your comment on the daily records being set on the reverse repos at 0.05. U.S. government is paying out over $1 million a day for these entries to park their money. What's happening is banks who have excess cash, they can bring the cash to what's known as a repo market, which is a market where you can park cash with the federal government overnight and then in the morning withdraw the cash back into your account. And you'll be paid an annual interest rate of 0.05% per year. And now that means you get pennies on millions of dollars. You don't get a lot of money, but you have a place to park your capital and then overnight reaccess it. From what I understand, there's $800 billion to $1 trillion in that repo market. This is nothing dangerous. This is nothing against the economy. Just pardon me 1 second, folks. This is nothing bad about the economy or unemployment or anything like that. It is simply a banking transaction that is done all the time. It varies in numbers, and it's an accommodation of the Federal Reserve for the banks, and mainly the U.S. banks, obviously, to allow them to park cash and get something for it. 0.05. I think I heard that it was going to go up to 0.10 or 0.15. I thought I heard something that it might be a little higher, would go there, but I'm not sure. In any event, this just shows how much cash is available for banks to lend out to corporations and to lenders, borrowers, for whatever it is you need. And there is not enough demand for the amount of capital available to be lent out right now. And why is that? Because the U.S. economy has not yet ramped up to full, startup again. It's coming, it's happening, but it isn't there yet. So this number for now is very high. There's $2 trillion in Americans' savings accounts around the USA. $2 trillion with a T, okay? Two. So that's almost $3 trillion floating around that is going to go into the U.S. economy. Then there's the infrastructure program that could be spending upwards of $500 million a year for 10 years or something like that. We're waiting for that number to be negotiated out. We don't know yet. There's just all kinds of spending ramping up here in the USA, and almost all of it is for Americans to spend in America on America workers, on American goods and services, which means this money turns over. And of course, what happens? I charge somebody for a service, and then I use that money to buy something else. It turns over, and at the end of the day, the money is in a bank account somewhere else. You pay someone $20 for a service, they take that $20 bill and spend it for 10 here and 10 there. The 20 is now elsewhere and is now in someone else's bank account overnight. And this money continues to turn over for services rendered. This is what makes the economy grow. An increased money supply is growing an economy. That is a stimulus to move an economy forward. And that's why people are putting additions on their homes for obvious reasons. They want to build home offices. There are companies out there trying to expand their businesses. GameStop just raised $1.1 billion. They got $1.9 billion to expand their business. And the expanding of GameStop business will expand GameStop's cash flow, earnings, profits, stock price higher, increasing the value of your portfolio, increasing the opportunity for you to ramp up more option sales, for you to perhaps pay bills, get a new car, buy a fridge, a stove, whatever. We are talking about 350 million Americans and 35 million Canadians and 400 million Europeans in the Western world plus Asia. We're talking about billions of people who are ramping up activity here. A whole lot of businesses ramping up all over the place, and it is extremely important, and it's exciting, and it's going to be pretty cool stuff. Apparently, it's a McAfee suicide is official. Stocks with a bit of news, John McAfee news. Seems that he committed suicide in a prison from Catalonia. They have over there transferred the duties on prisons. Probably they did not bother to have a possible suicide protocol. And I thought he lost a case in a Spanish court. I'm not 100% sure. I thought there was some kind of a extradition case going on with somebody, but I don't know if it was him exactly, but I believe that he had been wanted by the American authorities, and he obviously didn't want to go. Anyway, what can I say? Sorry about that. Moving on. Let's go. Let's go. When doing a rollover, what's the difference between a net debit, net credit, and even? Can you explain this? Sure. Well, if you own a call contract now that you're thinking of selling, and it's worth $250, and you want to buy a call contract that's $250, that's a rollover even without any price gain or loss. If you're sitting on a $250 contract, but you want to buy a $225 contract, you're going to have a credit situation because you're going to sell for $250, buy for $225. You have $25 cash left over. If your contract is $275, but it's more than the $250, you're in a debit position. You got to kick in $25. That's all that is. Just debit, credit, or break even. And ran into him in Belize at a beach club, partying hard in the late 90s. I'm sure he was on a local sugar, laughing out loud. Reverse repos have been setting new records every single day now. It's a lot of money on the sidelines. That's ammunition for the U.S. economy. Look at it as ammunition to fire up even higher the U.S. economy, make it even hotter. I look at it as a positive. I'm in town. I'm the town crier now, laughing out loud. Says Fresh and Free. Hey, Dana, Auntie, and everybody. Kayla, hi, Dana. I have a ridiculous imagination. I can't help it. What can I say? John McAfee said Spanish prisons were like being in a Hilton. Maybe I should rob a bank and not miss out on them. Quick question. How are y'all able to change your chat names so fast? I don't see how to do it here, says NTPC. British Shilling, Alex Love. I love it when Uncle Bruce walks and talks. DM, reverse repos have set all-time highs 3 straight days. June 23rd, 800 billion. It was 450 billion less than a month ago. Mark, anybody buying BTT? Auntie, you have to change your YouTube channel name. Kayla, Eddie the Shill, you can't do that. You might miss the squeeze. I mean, unless you want to add me to your account. Let's see what else is going on. Uncle Bruce, I've got 38, 12, 50 July calls in 23andMe. I have 38 July calls. What do you think a good price target is this week or next week? Should be to sell those calls. I've learned my lesson with short-term calls. So you have July calls. Okay, you got July calls. And the stock's at 11.93 this instant. It's backed off just as we're talking here, unfortunately. They were as high as 12.19. They're now 11.94. All right, so they're around $12. Next week. So where can the stock go in the next week? Well, this I can't answer. How can I tell you? I am hopeful, and I am, I'm pretty sure that the company is hopeful, and that the executives of the corporation are going to make moves to, I hope, update the world. What's going on? I'm optimistic that this company will make arrangements and will do news announcements on a consistent basis to build awareness among the stock market world that they're here, they exist, and this is who we are, this is what we do, this is what we're about, and this is where we're going. But I am not the person who's doing this. I am only an observer on the outside in plain English trying to tell you what I think they might be up to. But what will happen to the stock next week? I don't know. If the shares do go up, the big F, and they could go up to $15 tomorrow for all I know, you're going to be in the money very quickly. And if you're in the money, you have an opportunity to take a look at forward-looking contracts to perhaps sell 10 of these, buy 10 of those, sell 10 more of these, buy 10 more of those. You might play that game as soon as the stock affords you that opportunity. Today, you've been given a 30-cent gain at the moment. Not enough to fulfill, I'm sure, what you're wanting to do. Will the shares close a little higher yet? We only have 7 minutes to go today. We have all day tomorrow and Friday before this week is out, and then next week. So keep an eye on it. I'm sure you are. But yes, get out a short-term contract. Never get into them. What can I say? Shill or be shilled, says Best Bet. Is Uncle Bruce's camera on the floor? He stood up, and he's either taller than 4 foot or he's going to get phone books taped to his shoes. You know those guys who do plaster work on your ceilings? You see these guys in like commercial buildings or in shopping malls, and they'll change light bulbs in 10-foot ceilings. They have those aluminum-based boosters that are like 2 feet tall. They're kind of spring-loaded. That's probably that's probably what's going on there. Yes. Did you refresh this page? Casey, forced perspective like in the Lord of the Rings. Let's see. 219.52 on GameStop right now. We've got 6 minutes to go. I love how Brucey Baby acknowledges the viewers, members, and I like the members only chats. Also welcome my fairly new member too. Nice to have you here. Target was 219. Best bet, could you do me a solid and lend me some Imodium? People are looking for drugs. Let's go. Free thinking secularist. Did you say Volkswagen was a good long-term buy? Are you trying to get me to say things and then you're recording my voice and then you're using them for stuff, or by just throwing me a $2 donation and getting me to say stuff? Is that what you're doing? Kayla, Eddie the Shill. Soon you won't even need to. The banks will be trying to rob you. Oh, wait, they already do that, don't they? Don't worry about that. Yes, I also logged out of Loud and backed in. Nothing. I could see my comments, but nobody else could. Uncle B, any idea why my SOFI August 2017 50 call is in the red? Does it need to go to 23 to be green? Well, it's an August 20. You're in the money right now, but time is shrinking. Every day they'll shrink a little from time to time, but SOFI can, if it wants to pop 50 cents a share, that'll probably affect your contracts dramatically. Let's see what else is going on here. He was being extradited for tax evasion. There you go. Spanish High Court ruled in favor of his extradition to the U.S. You are correct, Bruce. That's why he did himself in. He ain't going back to America. Not going to happen. All right. U.S. tax evasion is the charge, or was. All righty. There you go. Let's go. GameStop, 219.29, not 220, but it was. Let's see. Yeah, he lost the case a couple days ago, apparently. Okay, there you have the news. Thank you. Thank you. And let's go. Why is SOFI so undervalued? Why does it seem to be doing? Its market cap is 20 billion. It's just the way the banks tend to trade. Schwab is at 142, market cap 70-75 range. Again, with SOFI, I think it's an awareness issue. I also believe that there are some shorters trying to attack the stock, but I believe that as each day goes by, more and more shareholders are coming into this company and picking up stock and putting it away, and they're going to be holders for quite some time here because they know the upside can be 100 a share or more, and they're prepared to wait 6 months, a year to get it. And why not? What a nice return on your money. 21.34 right now, 14 cents. I think this is a bargain, but what can I say? Let's go GameStop. We're at 219.77. Buy. Let's go. Yeah. What happens if you own 100 shares and sell a put contract? Do you get to keep the premium for that too? Yes, you do. You're on the hook to buy stock at a set price for a certain period of time, but you get the premium up front, and you might need to, quote, sell your stock to buy that stock if you get exercised, if the shares were to drop. Eddie, the shorts really like to bully Chalmouth or anything that has to do with him. Let's have SOFI get free. What we need is the meme family to adopt SOFI wholeheartedly, and I'm wondering when this is going to happen. I'm pretty sure it will, but I still know when. Anyway, we'll see what's going on. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. Hey, Dad, you wanna have a catch? That was a good movie, wasn't it? I love that last line. Yep, love that movie. Okay, all right, where am I here? Boy, oh boy, I'm missing all kinds of comments. Yeah, Dad, you want to have a catch? Let's see. How's it going, Uncle Bruce? Let's get to 1,000 likes today. Does anyone here? Does anyone have her phone number? It's nearly 2:22 p.m. here in our neighborhood. Kids are shouting in the garden like crazy. Laugh out loud. Can you see me now? Yes. Uncle Bruce suggesting people get long-term January 22 calls. People proceed to buy 1 month out. What? Went flying over his head. Whatever. I'm going to golfing today. Continuing on. Let's go. Awesome. Thank you so much for your thoughts on those ME calls. I really appreciate you, Bruce, for this. Trish to the dish. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I just got an email from 23andMe thanking them for buying their stocks. They must have put in connection somehow with me buying the product in the past. That's pretty neat. And Brucey isn't on stilts. And shrinkage. I was in the pool. A billionaire offering himself for tax evasion. Yeah, his lawyers are probably telling him that you're not getting out for. You're not ever getting out. Yeah, and I think he's figuring, I'm not playing this game anymore. Yeah, but he's going back in a box. That's what he's going back as. Yeah, he's going back in a box. Anyway, let's go. Thanks, Uncle Bruce, for all that. I heard there is of all the U.S. personal savings accounts holders got smart and relocated their cash to purchases. GameStop stock, $2 trillion market cap for GameStop. Not out of the question. It would not be great. Let's go. Let's see. Trish, to this, I just got an email from 23andMe telling me that they're now on the stock market. So they're telling all their former customers and all their customers that they're now a publicly traded company. 1204 on the stock, up 37 cents. Let's see. Where am I? Sorry. Oh my gosh, where am I here? Gosh sakes. Yeah, Kayla, mustard biscuit. I was just reading an article about Aubrey McClendon, American Energy, running his car into some kind of concrete at 80 miles an hour the day after he was indicted a few years ago. Yeah, he was I think a CEO or head guy of an oil and gas company, and he was being investigated for all kinds of charges, and he had been indicted. And he was driving his SUV at very high speed on a small roadway. And he unbuckled his seatbelt just before he ran it head on at 80 miles an hour into the side of a bridge that was a pure concrete thing that the bridge is sitting on, and he died instantly. It's been ruled a suicide, not mechanical problems, because there were no brakes applied in front of that thing. Unfortunately, he was a very wealthy man, but he was in a lot of trouble apparently. Anyway, what are you gonna do? There you go. He killed himself. Family could keep all this money. Big deal in Oklahoma City. Yeah, I don't know whatever happened with it after it was all said and done, but I remember that. That's what, 10 years ago? That's a while ago now. GameStop, 218.87, 219 now, and we're over. We're done. It's over. We're finished. We're closed. The market is finito. We're at 218.87, down $1.53. GameStop 219.36 in the aftermarket. We're all through. I couldn't catch up with all of your comments, so let me just zip up right now to the front here. And NSH has July 16 calls for 5. I couldn't help myself. Well, yeah, you want to throw money around. I bought 15 cents a while ago. They're what is collating? What? I'm going to ask them to take me out of the catalog for defective design. I hope that everyone who wants ME to do well, that has ordered their product, even if you have done from another company, let them grow their database. He stole millions from Chesapeake Oil and Gas. Yeah. There was all kinds of speculation that he was. There was stuff going on. All kinds of stuff going on. Lazy, shiftless bastard. That's right. Anyway, that's how it all worked out, unfortunately. Yeah. What are you going to do? Anyway, what can I say? He thought he was entitled to it. I think they ruled it an accident, but everyone believed it was intentional. They couldn't rule out medical issues. I was reading the book, load of information and client information from them. This guy, the guy who ran into the concrete, he used to own a club in the city I live in that was awesome. Saw the last surviving member of the Toots of the Maytal. I don't know what that means. Stole millions apparently. Anyway, there you go. There's the story, or part of the story, and sad ending for that gentleman and his family and all that. But yeah, 21.40 last trade on SOFI when it was all said and done, up 20 cents on the day. ATI Physical up 9 cents to 9.35 final trade. AMC lost 2 cents after it was all said and done to 58.25. Gores closed at 15.20, up 17 cents on the day. 23andMe closed at 12.04, up 37 cents on the day. Fifth Wall closed at 11.95, up 13 cents, high close for that stock all time. Vector Acquisition, 1031, down 4 cents. Navsite Holdings, down 2 cents to 994. Starboard Value, up 2 cents to 1003. Vanek Vectors, up $1.26 to $250 a unit for that ETF. Home Depot, down 83 cents on the day today. IBM, down $1.77. Dow, down 71 points. Microsoft, down 24 cents. Apple, down 28 cents. Tesla, up $32.86. Very good day. Bed Bath & Beyond was having a very good day, hit a high of $29.81, and then with about 20 minutes to go, ran into a wall, came down 50 cents to close at $29.31. Still gained 65 cents, but was looking at a lot better day than that. BlackBerry, a 313 final trade, down 28 cents. There you have it. Over on Amazon, down $1.62 to $3,503. I mean, talk about nothing. Facebook up $1.56 to $340.59. Google down $10 a share to $25.29. And there you have it. There's your final share counts on the day as we close out another fun day of trading. And we have NASDAQ holding on to a gain of 18 points. Apparently, that's a new record high for the NASDAQ. But the S&P down 4 points, Dow down 71. And the Dow lost almost everything in the last 25 minutes. It dropped from a gain on the day to a loss on the day, probably gave up 100 points. And for whatever reason, it did a pullback, and that was the end of that rally for the Dow today. But we had 2 big days to start the week, so little pullback. It's just the way it is, and that's just the way it's going to be, baby. What you going to do? What you going to do when they come for you, bad boy, bad boy? I don't know. 23andMe, 1202 in the aftermarket, down 2 cents. There you go. Okay, there you have it. That's the deal. Yeah, that's love the bagel teas. Thank you. Yeah, there you have it, guys. Another day in paradise. What can I tell you? Tomorrow will be another day. We'll see what's going on here. Hopefully, we'll get things going. Why are short sellers attacking a new company? Right out of the gate, it's only SOFI or all the SPACs getting spankings as soon as they list. It's a free country in the United States, and it's a wide open market, and you don't have to report your position when you're a short seller. So if you want to play the market and really influence the market and let no one know what you're doing, the SEC legally lets you short stock, and you don't have to tell anybody. As long as you folks are happy with that, you just keep reelecting those senators on those banking committees and those congressmen. You just keep reelecting those guys, and they will make sure nothing changes, that this game will continue on, and all of these shenanigans will be allowed to go forward with no interference from the government on behalf of the people of the United States and its innocent investors. What can I say? It is the market, and it's allowed to be done, and is being done. And there's a way to change it, but you got to do some homework, and then you got to mount up the the ground grassroots campaign to root these guys out of power. But you're up against every dollar that Wall Street has to protect themselves and to keep this shenanigan game going. And I don't think you have enough money. I don't think you folks together have enough money to pull this off. And that's what I think is the problem. I don't know. Hey, thank you, Bruce. I'm a loyal customer of your bagel shop. Thank you. Are the ATIP long contracts still a good buy? I think they are. I really do. I like it. Uncle Bruce. Hi, Uncle Bruce. How busy were you last Friday of June? That has always been the busiest trading day of the year, or is that more recent? I don't remember. I'm always busy. We need to clean the crud out of the Congress, lazy, shiftless bastard says. Eddie the Shell, Kayla, I will now use resilient. They don't understand. We stick to meditated beliefs, or is that medicated beliefs? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What can I say? Yeah, I mean, these companies, entities, these investors they'll take the easiest path to making money. And if they feel that they can easily kick around stock like SOFI or 23andMe or others, they will do so. They felt they could kick GameStop around for a long time. They did. Do not underestimate the power of these people. And if Wall Street will not be called to the carpet, or no one at Wall Street is identified to the street as a whole, who's shorting what a great way to manipulate a market and not have to tell anybody about it. That's fantastic. I can understand why they would want to do this. And I don't hear any talk anywhere of the SEC changing any policies with respect to hedge funds having to disclose their positions. I don't see Gensler talking about this. I don't see any of Gensler's lieutenants talking about this. I don't see anyone on CNBC calling for this to be done. I don't see or hear anything from anybody. So it must seem that everyone is happy the way it is, and they want to leave it alone. And if hedge funds can manipulate the bejesus out of a stock by shorting it aggressively without any restrictions on short selling, because there's no short selling rule, why wouldn't you do it? I mean, think about it. If SOFI is trading at $23 a share, and you start selling stock at 23 and at 23, like 22.99, and then some at 22.98, you just keep offering stock into the market as it gobbles it up from you. When you offload 100,000 shares and you offload 1 million shares over like 4 or 5 days, you get it down to 22.50, and you just offload. And then in one morning, in like 15 minutes, you start selling aggressively short, and you drop that thing down to $22. And then you keep it there by offering another 500,000 shares all day long. And then the next day you drop it to 21.5. And between 21 and 21.5, when it drops there by itself, you're the buyer down there. And you're just buying back these 2 million shares you've shorted. And all you're doing is just trying to buy your stock back at a cheaper price, never letting it go over 21.50, because you got a big wall of stock for sale there. And the market just stays under 21.50 all the time. And you're just buying it up at 21.30, 21.40, 21.25. You're never showing a big buy order. You're just there. You see 10,000 for sale, you buy 8,000 of them. And then you see another 4,000 for sale at this price, you buy 4,000 of those. You never take a guy out. You always leave offers, and you never get the impression that you need a lot, but you're just nibbling it up. And every time you're buying back stock, you're making $1.50 a share, $2 a share, and you're short 2 million shares. You're going to make $3 million. You're going to make money. And until the street tells you by buying up all you want to sell and running it on you, you're not going to change your ways. Why would you do that? While you're doing all these games of keeping the stock down there, what else are you doing? You're buying call options. You're buying long call options. You're buying them up because you know that when you're done buying it and you're finished stopping it from going up, you're going to let it go up now. You might even start going long, because you're long tens of thousands of call contracts that you've been buying for weeks and weeks and weeks. You've been buying the 20s and the 2250s and the 25s, and you're buying different series and all this stuff. You're buying all kinds of contracts. And then you're going to let the market go to $25. You're going to help it get there. You bought your position a long time ago. You made your money on the short side. Now you're making money on the long side. And your call options just amplified your return to unbelievable amounts. Some of you know firsthand what I'm talking about, the kind of returns call options can give you. Maybe that's the game. Maybe that's what these guys are doing. It's simple market manipulation. There's nothing to it. If you got enough money, you can make it happen. Who's going to stop you if you don't have to report your short positions? Who's going to stop you? I don't see anybody stopping anybody. It's easy money, man. Easy money. These are the guys driving the Bentleys in Wall Street. These are the guys who are sitting on taking a yacht for a spin from time to time. They're the ones in the Hamptons having a wonderful time. They're the ones that are chartering a private jet helicopter to take themselves and their families to the Hamptons for the weekend and back. They're having a wonderful time. It's all great. This America is the greatest country in the world for these guys, and no one is putting them in jail for any of this stuff. Oh, it's costing you money, is it? Is it interfering with your wish to get rich? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I'm terribly sorry that you folks are buying stock and these guys are manipulating you. It's a terrible thing, but here's my piece of advice. In the long run, and eventually, the jig is up. And when the jig is up, it's up in a serious way. Like when GameStop went from $38.50 after having been to $400 and got crushed all the way back, from $38.50 to $346 in like a month and a half, the jig is up again. And you can take advantage of these scenarios. And you become that long, patient, very deliberate investor, and you pick up these shares and you pick up these long contracts and you enjoy the ride too. Because eventually they go your direction. These guys don't just short and only short; they go long too, and you ride them. You ride it with them because this SOFI will be a no-brainer to take the $30 a share. It's just a matter of when these short sellers have enough games, and that's assuming that's what's going on. I'm assuming that's what's happening. I can't guarantee it. It is, after all, at 8 cents right now in the aftermarket to 21.48. But when these shares ultimately do go, and a couple of more brokerage firms come out with buy recommendations with $30 price targets, $35 price targets, $40 price targets, they come out with the fact that SoFi's name is everywhere and that SoFi is growing to 100,000 customers a month are adding to their list, and then it's 200,000 and it's 500,000 and it's 1 million customers a month. You get these kinds of awareness numbers. This SoFi stock is going up $5 a share a day. Every day it'll go up $5 a share. No shorter will stop this stock. No shorter will want to short it. They'll all want to go along with you. And you guys will see money like you've never seen before. But right now you've got to tolerate pennies to enjoy the dollars. And that's why I want you to be a patient millionaire wannabe. A patient shill like me. A very patient shill. Professional shill. A channel full of professional shills that are very patient, who are going to say, "Oh, all right, Bruce, you're right. When this thing goes, we're going to make a lot of money. Oh, okay, let's do that. That's cool. I'm down with it, hey, Bruce. I'm hip with all the cool words, and I'm down with you, buddy. It's groovy, and it ain't heavy. It's all cool. Yeah, we're good with that. There you go. Let's see what happens, kids. Welcome to the aftermarket today. 21.50 on SoFi, up a dime right now. Yay! GameStop 218.52, down 82 cents a share. Woo! Patience is a virtue. There you have it. Love's going to get you. Rumor has it that 23andMe is working to identify the genetic markers associated with shilling. I'm a patient British shill. There you go. Take care, Bruce. No, Michael, you take care. Shill on the Hamptons. How do I make time go faster? We got some recent name changes here. Y'all regulars. Michael, have a nice evening. Love is going to win. Love is going to win. The buy side, tell all the books of Wall Street, the big Lebowski shill. When we all ape up and buy and hold, we get a piece of the bagel. There you go, 23 and shill. It's just a matter of time before you make up your mind. Tony P, Alex here, shoes should give it all away. There you go. David, I don't care if it's Wednesday. It's libation hour. There you go. It's libation hour. Yeah. Uncle Bruce, could you take a minute to explain the S&P, Dow, etc.? Mentioned all the time, but as a rookie, I don't get it. Why? Since I started following stocks and learned a bit about calls, but not that stuff. David, you're going to need to take my courses. We're going to have courses on the whole enchilada, how the market works and how it all has come together. What moves markets, how indexes are created, why, and how you can play indexes. Scott Coleman, thank you, buddy. I've been at sea for a week or so. Awesome weather here. Thank you, Scott, for this donation on PayPal. Thank you. I figured you were out doing something because I hadn't seen you for a while. Thank you for the donation on PayPal, buddy. Appreciate it. We have so much to talk to you guys about. I need to get to the basics with many of you so that you can understand the complexities. You have to understand what it is we're dealing with and how it is we're dealing with and how these get affected and how it all comes together. It's kind of like a Jerry Seinfeld episode where you have 4 different stories happening at the same time all through the first 20 minutes of Jerry Seinfeld's episodes. And then at the end, the last 10 minutes, all 4 of these stories all come together into one conclusion. And you end up noticing how George Costanza is on the floor of Jerry's apartment with his pants down by his ankles, and Jerry walks in and says, "So you want to be my latex salesman?" This is what I'm talking about. You have to watch my classes so I can help you become George Costanza. No, I can help you become Jerry Seinfeld, and you can look over George Costanza. Not that you want to look at that. Maybe I can help you be Elaine. No, I can help you be Kramer. How about I just help you be an audience member? And you can understand how this all comes together at the end, and you'll understand it all. Because these indexes are somewhat complex and yet somewhat interesting and somewhat simple. but there's a lot to it, and I need a half an hour to really get into this, and I can't do it right now, except just to say the three big stock indexes are the Dow 30, the NASDAQ 100, and the S&P 500. Those are the big three stock markets indexes out there, and the S&P 500 represents 500 of America's largest cap companies that make a profit. There's all kinds of rules and regs on how to get into the S&P 500 to make it. Tesla was added in last year, finally. They just made the cut. Even though they were large enough as far as market cap goes, they had not yet posted 4 consecutive quarters of profit to qualify to be considered to get in. Finally, they got in, and that is one of the companies in the S&P 500. But that is a market cap weighted index, which means the top 10 companies in the S&P 500 would be the most valuable top 10 public companies. So that would be Apple and then Microsoft, because Microsoft today passed $2 trillion of market capitalization. Amazon and Google and many others in the top. We're talking about the FANG stocks, certainly are up there. These top 10 companies can actually make up about 40% of the overall index's movement just on how those stocks move by themselves, because they are such gigantic companies compared to the other 490 that they're up against. The bottom 50 S&P 500 companies have market caps from $15 billion to $30 billion. Together, they might not even make up 1 or 2 of the top 500 combined. That's how big the top 7 are. So the bottom 50 can move all kinds of pricing, and they hardly have an effect on the S&P 500 index. NASDAQ is a 100 company index, and Dow is a 30 company index. And that's as far as I'll go at this point, to not bore the rest of you out there who are kind of aware of this. We will get into this in much more detail through the classes as well, to help you understand how this whole thing works out. There's so much to understand, and I'm excited, and I think you guys are going to like it. Bruce, I want to be like George Costanza on the opposite day. The opposite, that's right. You want to be George Costanza on opposite day. That's right. There you go. I quit my job today. If ME can do that 3-handle thing before I start my new one on Friday, it would solve a lot of issues for me. So if 23andMe would go to like $100 a share between now and before I start my new job, I don't have to start my new job. There you go. Way to go. David, maybe when we moon, you can finally get your own place. Definitely don't go after her living at your mom's. Lazy British, neither of them. I want to be like George when he quit his job and stormed out. British, I think we're talking about the same girl. I want to be like George when he finally becomes the marine biologist, and then he has to walk into the ocean to save the whale. Oh my gosh. I just want to be a humble options farmer, get tons of stock and write covered calls, and then use the premium to buy more stock and write more covered contracts. That's all I want. That's all I want in life. As simple as that. That's all I want. Lazy, shiftless bastard. Okay, no idea. Tony P. Says J. Ray. Well, I feel like I need to get a job so I can just walk out. I quit. I need a job so I can quit. Really give it to the boss and say, I've had it with you and all your policies and all your rules. I'm not doing this anymore. Nothing like getting drunk at lunch and coming back in the afternoon and quitting in a drunken rage, and then coming back the next morning going, can I have my job back? Brad, looks to me like these bank stocks market cap isn't as indicative of the price. Maybe it's the PE. Maybe we'll look at that. A hole in one. Look at that. A hole in one. Laughing out loud. Easy, big fella. Easy, big fella. Yes, it was a stormy day. It was a stormy day at the sea that day, my friends. It was a stormy day, and it was like the sea. That's right. The sea was angry that day, my friends, like an old man trying to send back cold soup at a deli. I remember getting out to the beast. Got about 50 feet out. I came up to the beast, And I said, "Easy, big fella." He let out a huge groan. I could tell something was interfering with his breathing. I climbed. I all of a sudden a big wave came out of nowhere and tossed me up like a ping pong ball. Next thing you know, I was on top of this great beast, mammal, fish, whatever, and I'm right at the blowhole. And I knew there was something interfering with the breathing of this animal. I reached in and I pulled out, bingo, a golf ball. And Kramer goes, "Is that a Titleist?" And George goes, "Yes, it is." Because earlier in the day, Kramer had been hitting golf balls out into the ocean. Kramer went, "Kind of like a hole in one, eh?" Ah, yes, a hole in one. Oh no, love that show. Love everything about that show. I didn't even tell my boss. He probably knows by now that I quit like 5 years ago. I haven't been back. I bought a SMWB notebook, Stock Markets with Bruce notebook, because I'm tarded and forget things. I see. Congratulations and thank you for helping out. We got a royalty for that. British shilling. The baby got back girl that speaks Spanish. The baby got back girl that speaks Spanish. Huh? J. Ray, his mother was a mudda. His mother was a mudda. The sea was angry that day, my friends. Ah, yes. British shilling. Haha, that would be hilarious. Go in and make a huge scene and yell, "I quit" at the boss, and you don't even work there laughing out loud. Like an old man trying to send back soup at a deli. That's right. He was angry that day, my friend. Uncle Bruce, do you look at delta on the call options when making decisions or just strike price? I look at strike price, time to expiry, premium available. Look at the stock. There's many things you have to look at. British lazy shiftless bastard. The baby, you seem to know more about her than I do. Kemp, we choose to go to the moon and all the other things that are hard. Getting drunk at lunch and then coming back and quitting. Is there a story there? Purple Haze, Uncle Bruce, remember George hit it big with that opera stock, a tip he shared with Jerry, and Jerry paper handed it. That's right. Tobias, wow, you are a big Seinfeld fan. Oh, I love Seinfeld. Maybe the dingo ate your baby. The dingo ate your baby. No soup for you. That's right. No soup for you. Jambalaya. Kayla, yes, do it, especially in retail. That would be hilarious if you got your hands on their uniforms or something like that and then walked in and quit. David, I work for a small tire company, and in the employee handbook, they stated that margaritas at lunch was a fireable offense. Oh, no. Unbelievable. Oh, folks, I have to take this call. Hang on one second. Hello there. I'm okay. How are you? Yes, he did. And was it peaceful? No. Oh boy. Oh, yeah. 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 Oh boy, isn't that something? How old was he? 66. I so appreciated him. He did so much for my channel, you know. I told the channel the other night and let them know because he created every logo for us, and so many of us we have him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know he loved doing it, and I loved commiserating with him. And there are I believe there are 1,000 people at least that have a logo of his in their homes. Oh, at least, yeah. And they still sell to this moment. I mean, they're still out there. And so I will let the world know that we lost a good one. And I hope you're hanging in there yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Last time I talked to him, I got that, certainly got that impression. Thank you, Gail, so much for calling me and letting me know. Yeah. No, I totally understand it. Yeah, he was one of those polar bears that had to get out there. You can't lock up a polar bear like that. You just can't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not going to happen. Yeah. Yeah. No, not going to happen. Oh, thank you, Gail, so much for calling me, letting me know. I'm going to pass this on to everybody. They'll be sad, but they'll also be relieved. And I will definitely pass. Yeah. Thank you so much. You take care of yourself, Gail. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good, dear. You right. Oh, of course. Of course. Yeah. 89 now. Dad's still going. Incredible. Incredible. Okay, Gail. Yeah. There you are. There you are. Oh boy. Well, one day at a time. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's it. There's nothing. Yeah. 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 Right now, it's just one day at a time, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Gail. You all the best to you. Thank you. Alrighty. Have a good one. Okay. Bye bye. Sorry, folks. That was a call. You may recall, I can't plan this. That was a call from a viewer, a spouse of a viewer of mine from my other channel. And he passed away yesterday. And we knew it was coming. It was close. He's been very ill lately. The gentleman that has passed us is the gentleman who created this logo right here. And this logo right here, and this one right here. All my TWB logos are made by one gentleman, and here's a couple more of them here. He made 35 different logos for my other channel, and he started making them in 2018. And I had announced on the air that I was going to make I was going to have a RedBubble store for traveling with Bruce, and he contacted me immediately and said, "Oh, I'd love to make logos for you because I'm a graphic artist." And his wife was just telling me that he lived for this. He just lived to help out. But unfortunately, last year he became ill. His diabetes really got to him, and he was suffering from infections, and it got to the point where he couldn't walk anymore, couldn't stand anymore, and they had him in the hospital to try to defeat these infections in the middle of a virus, in a pandemic, and he was in there for almost 7 months to get out, and with all the physio that they were trying to help him with and everything else, he was too far gone, and he got back home, which is what he wanted. He got to go home, but in the last 3 weeks, he really went downhill, and so his last 4 or 5 months he spent at home with his loved ones, but he passed yesterday, and he is no more. And I'm relieved that the pain has stopped, that the suffering is over, and he can rest now. And I never got to meet him. I never got to see him in person. That was supposed to happen last year in December when we were doing a group cruise on the Harmony of the Seas. Never happened, and so I can only he's part of our lives forever because of these logos that he's made for us, and a ton of people out there, a number of you folks who started watching me early on this channel. You were picking up this mug right here because I was using this Traveling with Bruce mug all the time, and a bunch of you bought this. You've got the logo that this gentleman made for us, and I will miss him and his unique ideas. He would come up with logos just on his own. I says, whatever you want to do, my friend, let me know. If they're any good, I'd love to use these. And he would just come up with logo after logo every few weeks or so. He'd come up with another one, and we would add it to the RedBubble store and let everybody know on the channel we got another logo. And they didn't know, though. They had no idea who made them. That he was anonymous to the channel. He wanted to be anonymous. He didn't want any recognition. He just said, Bruce, this is my gift to you. I love doing this, and utilize these, and God bless you for it, and thank you. And I just couldn't have been happier. And he is now passed, and we move on. So sorry for taking the call, but I saw that number. I knew I had to take that call. And thank you for being with me for this. Like I say, it's one of those one of those things where time is relentless and it just will not let go, and we all will face that time someday. And what are you gonna do? There's nothing else you can do, and we have to just what can I say? So Friday, I am live on TWB for my live trivia show. Along with you are welcome, of course, to join us. All of you who are members of this channel, you can join us Friday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern for a live trivia show, which he used to love being part of as well. But that's where I will pay a tribute to him with the folks over at TWB. And again, thank you for being here today with me. And I'm sorry that we had to share this, but you guys mean a lot to me. You really do. You guys don't realize how much you mean to us. Jennifer and I, we really so appreciate your following us and supporting us. Thank you for the 597 thumbs ups already from 690 of you who were here. Thank you for those. They're so appreciated as well. It's so important. And again, we just love the fact that we have this great family of viewers who are becoming friends with other viewers. It's fantastic. It's just great. And again, I thank you for all of that. Okay, there you go. I'm going to pack up this show now. Again, thank you for all your kind wishes and best wishes to the family. And I'm going to say my good nights now. I'll be back on again tomorrow morning at 8:30, and I'll be on for 3 hours tomorrow morning. Let's see how the markets start an hour before the opening and into the first 2 hours of trading. And thank you, everybody. The Sexton logo, it's just it's probably his masterpiece. This one and this one are my two favorites. This one here, of course, sentimentally, is the first one he ever made for us. And we know these are all over the world. These are everywhere. These logos on shirts, and they're around the world. People around the world have these. Thousands of them have been picked up, just thousands of them over the 3 years now, and it's fantastic. Again, thank you guys for all this. Appreciate it. Have a great evening. Take care. Stay healthy for me. Make sure you're here tomorrow. I want you back. And I thank you guys so much. We love you, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. And have a pleasant evening. We'll catch up with you later. This is Bruce from Creston saying goodbye for now.